Hello, dear listener. Welcome to a place where history whispers. Tonight, we journey back to the Middle Ages, not to legends, but to the quiet, heavy truth of living it. Before the sun rises, the world is stirring. As a common soul, your day begins on a straw-stuffed mattress. The air is chilly, and your breath fogs in the gloom. Washing is a basin of icy water. Clothes are scratchy wool and linen. Breakfast is humble. Stale bread, softened in ale and a wedge of hard cheese. Your life is defined by the land's rhythm, guiding an oxen-drawn plow or carding wool by the hearth. Here, words are saved like coin, and time is measured by church bells. At midday, you rest beneath a tree. At night, you share a pottage by firelight. It is a hard life, but honest, ending under a sky stretching endless and kind. But for some, the path leads to the castle. The journey of a knight begins not with a sword, but with a farewell. As a child page, you scrub stables and polish armor until it shines, scraping away road mud and dung. Discipline is everything. Pain is swallowed, not displayed. At 14, you become a squire, the shadow of a warrior. Your body becomes a map of bruises from live steel. On the battlefield, you are the one dragging your knight from the carnage under a rain of arrows. Then, after a night of fasting in a cold chapel, a sword taps your shoulder. You rise as a knight. Knighthood is the weight of steel. You learn to breathe in a walking bell of iron. The helmet narrows your vision to a slit and muffles the world. Your sword is a weighty tool for hacking. Your lance, a 10-foot battering ram. Battle is not a legend. It is a mess of grunts, blood, and clanging metal. In the aftermath, you remove your armor piece by piece, noting every dent that postponed the inevitable. They told you of chivalry, a shining creed to protect the weak. But on the field, you realize it is a tapestry that frays up close. Mercy often has a market value, and honesty is flexible when land is at stake. Yet, you try. Chivalry is about being decent in a profession built on destruction, sparing a foe when no one is watching. When the wars go quiet, you turn to the tournament circuit. It is a staged battle of heraldry and profit, where victory brings coin and loss brings physical ruin. Eventually, the battlefield is replaced by the ledger. As a landholder, your mornings are filled with petitioners complaining of stolen geese or trampled barley. You are the judge, the tax collector, and the protector. You oversee the blacksmith in the mill, hosting feasts to maintain the illusion of loyalty. Your private life is elusive, spent in a hall of dice and shadows, waking to the ache of old wounds. Then the world shifts. You see the first musket fire, a puff of smoke, and a man down. You realize the age of the night is ending. Gunpowder does not care for bloodlines. Your armor gathers dust, and the Lord sends only for grain tallies, not your sword. You walk with a cane now, watching the blacksmith's son study to be a clerk. In the quiet evening, you pass your sword to your grown squire. You were not made of steel, but you wore it well. Castles may crumble, but as the hearth burns lower, you find peace. You were a knight, and that was enough. Sleep now, dear listener. Dream of cobbled streets and soft stars, of a world that moves slowly and softly. Good night.